Hello everybody, welcome back, I guess, or welcome for the first time, to Gwent. So, given that my run at this team event this weekend is not happening, I decided now is as good a time now is as good a time as any to kick back up the Exploring Other Digital TCGs stream, and what better place than Gwent. So, I did get a little feedback from the last one, where people said they would kind of like to see me go in completely new, just totally blind. So I have just booted Gwent for the first time. It flashed me a quick graphic, and then this popped up, and this is where we are. So we are going to be walking into this for the first time. I have never played Gwent. I don't even think I interacted with the Gwent minigames in the Witcher games. So I have no idea what I'm doing here, so you all get to watch me fumble through it live for the first time. Just a heads up, apologies if I sound a little strange or if there's a lot of unusual bodily noises. I woke up this morning feeling a little rough. I currently have a nice glass of tea sitting right, can't see this because of where it's positioned. There's some tea right here. I will be okay, but just wanted to give everyone the warning in case there are unusual noises and such. But without any further ado, let's get into it and let's check out Gwent. Alright, I am going to, however, turn this audio off right now. Yes. Go ahead and continue. Monsters rely on swarming and consuming each other. It's a delightful thing to know. Only play one card per turn. This is an enemy beast. So we're going to start this one. Goodbye. Okay. Going to play this. We can go ahead here and place this. Okay. So it is best 2 out of 3. Geralt's. Okay. Sure. Go ahead and play this one. Sure. Geralt, take this down. And then... Cool. Use your experience from previous rounds to outmaneuver your opponent, take the final round. Okay. Okay. So we start with Dandelion here. Can go ahead and play this. Okay, so we can squeeze this in here and get some more points. We're at 15 points. And we can squeeze this here. We lose 2 points. Nope, we don't gain 2 more points. Go ahead and wipe those. And we win 18-8. Sweet. Okay, so it seems our big game plan here is try to score as many points as possible and disrupt our opponent. Okay. Sweet. At the beginning of each game, you can swap out cards in your hand with random cards from your deck. Okay. Ship this infantry. Okay. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay. Start with fire this off. Layer infantry. Damaged by 2. Sure. Field medic. Okay. Opponent hold used strong cards. Pass and save for later. Okay. Okay. Sure. So this is a soldier. Okay. This actually seems like a pretty fine hand, I think. It's disruptive. Nope. Bye. Okay. Start here. Kill this, kill this. Mark this too. Opponent passed. We can pass and proceed to the final round. Okay, so this is just telling me not to play cards. Sure. Okay. Okay. Damage an enemy unit by 6. Damage another enemy unit by the excess damage. This seems reasonable. So we're going to start with this. Four drones, sure. So we can start with some damage here. And then Geralt. This one, this one, this one. Sure. Can go ahead and play this. Take 1, 2. Opponent has to score 10 points. Okay. So we can poke this and then spear this. Now it's 15-0. Sure. Okay. Boost this. Deal 1 damage. Poke this. 22-6. Sure. All right. So we can make our way through the tutorial without dying. That feels good. Remember to spend your reward points in the reward book. Game, you haven't explained to me what the reward book is yet. Start of a match, both players draw 10 cards. Players take turns playing cards until both players pass. Need to win 2 rounds, so you should save some cards for later. Okay, that makes more sense. It's like, why is this whole weird thing with like passing and unused cards carry over, then you draw 3 cards, max to 10. Sure. Remember, you need to win 2 rounds. I do remember. You've told me multiple times. Sure, okay. Players draw 3 cards. Sure, this all like makes enough sense. We've got 10. Okay. Is there any of this I don't love? Okay. Spawn a base copy of this unit on the other row. Transform an allied elf into Elven Deadeye. This all seems fine. Probably ship that. That seems fine. Sure. Witcher, human, elf, 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 elf. Yeah, that seems great. Yep, this is fine. Boost an allied unit by 5. Sure. We're looking for this one? Gain 13 points turn 1. Sure. Okay. Fog their melee row. Poke this for 1. Okay, we can spawn this. This one. Boost adjacent units, sure. Damage 3 enemy units by 2 and then move them to the range row? Sure, that seems reasonable. This one. This one. This one? Just pass here and... Yep, we won the first round, okay. The rest of this hand seems a little weak without the elf synergy, but... Okay. Boost an allied unit by 3, sure. Okay. I mean, this hand seems fine. Alright, so we'll start with Dandelion. Whenever moved, damage a random enemy unit by 2. Okay. So we're going to start here. So we have 8 points on turn 1. Sure. Okay, whenever you play an elf, decrease cooldown. Nope. Unit by 2, damage enemy unit by 2, boost an ally unit. Okay. So go ahead here. This. Cut a point here. Something else. Oh, we can do this one. Okay, so we have 3 and 3 there. Boost an allied unit. If it's damage boosted by 4 instead, sure. A random enemy unit, okay. Okay. Can't do anything else here just yet. I'll poke this. Start here. This one? Okay. Dandelion got moved. Go ahead and put a point here. Put a point here. I'm not allowed to pass? Okay. I must play cards. Kill this. This one here. This one here. We got 29 points. And then boost this by 3. Just gonna go ahead and pass. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and pass. We're at 32. Okay. I'm just gonna keep this. Sure. do all these things. Okay. Make another elf. Okay. Seems like free real estate. Sure. We're dead even. Opponent just ran out of cards and we won. Seems good. I feel like we shouldn't have lost that second game, but it just told me I passed when I didn't intend on doing that. Time for some training with your first faction deck. This part will only take a few minutes. Here's your daily reward. Neat. Pick your starter deck. I have no idea because I really didn't look into this beforehand. This seemed neat. Nature's Gift can be used 3 times. To give a unit vitality, status that boosts them by 1 at the end of your current and next turn. Okay, Symbiosis. Play a card with the nature category like Dryad's Caress. You will spawn a 1 power Trent on board. The power of Trents you create increases by 1 for every unit with Symbiosis you control. Early round to boost hand when you play it. This special card, if you manage to kill the unit you damage, the death blow will allow you to choose which unit gets boosted. Sure, this seems kind of neat. Okay. We're going first. Damage a unit by 5. Lock a unit. Please explain to me what lock does. Disables a unit's abilities. That's neat. Sure. At the end of your turn, if this unit has vitality, boost itself by 1. So we just want to like start on that, right? Transform into Young Dryad without changing power and gain vitality. Neat. Okay. Geralt, yeah. This seems really reasonable. Dryad's Caress. Finish redrawing. Yes, please. So we start with I'm a Dryad. Give it vitality. Go ahead and start with a 11 power idiot turn 1. Sure. The end of your turn boosts self by 1. Sure. just kill this. So we just get to 5 damage. Okay. Purify an ally unit and boost it by 3. Remove all statuses. Okay. Don't think we want to do that because I think that removes the thing. Do you have... Nope, you don't have anything that matters. Okay. Sure. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. I think we're just gonna pass there. Okay. Sweet. We can go ahead and I think that's just fine. We're 21 to 5. I don't think we need to keep doing things. Opponent just passed. I'm also just going to pass. We'll take the win here. So, win, get. Now let's win round 2. Move 2 armor from all units in a row and damage them 2. Damage an enemy unit by 3. At the end of your turn, if order is not used, boost a random Scoia'tael unit in your hand by 1. Sure. Gain 2 vitality. I think this is fine. Yeah, we'll start here. Sure. Work this. And turn. Play a Death Wish unit from your deck. Consume an allied unit, sure. You don't do anything. Okay. Block this. End our turn. This is just 4 points is all this is now. It doesn't do anything else. Sure. Give an allied unit 4 vitality. You don't say. That seems pretty intriguing. Yeah, and then I think we can just... Yes, this feels pretty free to do. Sure. We're ahead right now. I don't think we need to do anything. That's great. Okay, so if I ever pass... Interesting. Zeal order range. Spawn a young dryad on this row. Cooldown 4. Devotion at the end of your turn. Lower the cooldown by the duration of vitality on self. Seems rad. This seems totally reasonable. Opponent goes first. Okay. Go ahead and do this. Oh, ranged. Right. Read my cards. That's helpful. Okay. We can go ahead and try to start damaging units here. Spawn 3 frogs on the opposite row, which they did not do. Goodbye. Alright, so 4 drones, sure. Wipe their board. Leave them with this just this one point again. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Play that. $14 points. Go ahead and do this. We're at 20 points now. Can make this. I don't have time for the vitality to be worth it, but I can just play this. 30 points. $31 points. Let's go. All right. Sweet. Shoop will sell you kegs full of cards if you give him some more. Sweet. Open goodies. Okay. So we open a keg. Reveal 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Veil Symbiosis, Order, damage enemy unit 2. Another Hamadryad is also pretty rad. I think I want that. Pick your 5th card. Okay. I think the answer is just this one. It's this one. Sweet. Time to try standard mode. It's the best way to experience Gwent. Complete your first match. Lock your first card back. Sweet. Sure. Now it's going to have us play against another human where we're going to lose miserably. We go first. Sweet. Okay. Oh, we drew Hamadryad on 1. That's so rad. I'm going to ship that back. That seems reasonable. Locking in at 6 points seems fine. And we're just going to keep this. It's a pretty controlling hand, but I think it's totally fine. This. Grant this vitality. Boost this. End turn. Make 11 points on 1. Damage unit by 1, charge 1, sure. Kill this. I think we're just fine. Sure. Do the thing again. Boost with vitality. Okay. Sweet, we have both passed. And won the game with 22 points. So I have 6 cards in hand. Most of them are pretty decent. Cool. Cool. It's like one of the worst cards. I think I just want to ship that. I'm just going to ship that. That card just seems bad. I don't need 2 of those. Cool. I don't want to give an allied unit 4 armor or 4 vitality. I'll just slam this. And then pass. This is a pretty, like, tame start. Play and spawn battle preparation. Okay, this thing is enormous now. I understand. Damage this. Slam this. And Yuck. That's atrocious. Wipe 2. Okay. That's just so big. Okay, so this is a deck that just, like, concedes game 1 and then just, like, dumpsters game 2, I understand. Yuck. Is this game even winnable? I don't think it is. I'm just gonna pass. I'd rather just keep my cards. They get to win with this 25-point idiot. I just don't think there was a way of coming back in that game. Oh, we have another Hamadryad. That feels great. Yep. I think we're just gonna keep this as is. Okay. Hamadryad. Lock an enemy unit. Sweet. Card looked really good there. Damage an enemy unit by 2, then boost a random unit in your hand. These are just deploy abilities. Cool. Okay. This can go slam this. This one? Okay. Cool. Damage all spy units, sure. Okay. Yup. None of these things do anything that I care about. Sick. Swap the power of 2 allied units. They've chosen not to. I don't really think I care. They have to score 12 points in one turn? Sure. This one. Sweet. We have taken out our first live game. I love that for us. Oh, nice. That's really cool. So your opponent can give you a good game bonus. That's really neat. Just encourages players to be like good to each other. Every victory comes with a mosaic piece. Cool. That's pretty sweet. We've unlocked the Greenhorn card back. Sweet. In the next match, learn about another faction and unlock the Greenhorn border. Sure, we'll play another one. Again, I do appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. A lot of ways you could be spending your Thursday evening. I'm grateful you chose to hang out with me. Playing some Gwent. This game actually seems kind of neat. The whole row thing is kind of strange. Yep, we have a Hamadryad on one. We just keep these. I'm going to ship this. That's even better. Finish redrawing. Yes. We're on the play. We're going to go Hamadryad. Boost this. End the turn. Make 11 points turn one. Sure. Not. Whoa. What do we have to deal with that? Not a goddamn thing? Go ahead, we can jam this. Next turn we can deal some damage to that. Sure. Okay. Do this. Boost this Hamadryad. Give that Hamadryad vitality. End the turn. 23 to 14. Okay. This, and show a 15-point gap. In the past, we'll just take the win here. Lead on another turn one Hamadryad plus. That's great. Geralt's sick. Nope, I love this hand. Another turn one Hamadryad. Give it vitality, go. Okay. We can just kill that now if we want. Just do this too. Seems equally good. Sure. Okay, that makes it harder to remove. Go ahead and 5 this. Sure. Okay. Just also do this again. Damage an enemy by 2, sure. Sure. Mm-hmm. Do this again. Cool. Boost an allied unit. Duration of frost on its top. Okay. Sure. Yeah, win 32-19. Let's go. Received an additional good game reward. Let's go. Got another piece of the mosaic. Our border. Finish the next match. We'll unlock all starter decks for all factions. You'll also receive 1 card keg and new resources to grow your collection. Sure. Fire off this last one. We won the coin flip. We're going to go first. This opening hand contains a Hamadryad we're keeping. Let's ship this back into our deck. Yeah, this seems dope. Big fan of this. Purify unit, give a unit vitality for 3. That seems incredible. Finish, yes. Turn 1, Hamadryad. Plus this. Plus this. End turn. Sure. Fine. Gonna merc this. Pick a card we want to boost. Probably just this one. Pass. $14.01 turn 2 seems rad. Okay. This is also just fine. I do have a Dryad. It itself is a Dryad. Damage random enemy. Only does 2 damage. We'll just slam this. Plus here again. And... no ability. Sure. 2 damage. This one, smash this. Boost this, I guess? Sure. Then end. Don't need to take any further game actions here. I'll tell you what we're shipping back. It's the worst card in our deck. Draw a Circle of Life. Okay. Zeal, Order, Range, spawn a Dryad. This. Plus here. Sure. Cool. 19-4 on turn 2. Let's go. Smack this down. Okay. Just do this. Sure, that's fine. It doesn't kill. Slam this. Smack that. Make another Dryad. Okay. All right. The question is, what do we want to be doing now? Sweet. Got it. Just like murk this. Sure. And then make another one of these idiots. Win 45-22. Sweet. Well, we're already doing better than we did playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, where not only did we get out of the tutorial without dying, but also we have won all of our first 3 PvP games, which is dope. That's it. You can add more than 25 cards to your deck. Celebrate draft mode coming out of early access play now. Use your free ticket. I think we will pass for the moment, because I want to check out what else this client has to offer. So, it did mention this reward book earlier. So we have reward points. Choose a faction tree to get started. I guess it's this one. Okay. So, yep. Okay. Has a sequence of rewards unlocked with keys that we can earn from playing the game. Claim one now. We have Keg. Complete the quest to unlock this next one. Okay. Alright. So this is your rewards. You can unlock by doing all sorts of different things. Syndicate Keg. So this is just faction packs, basically. Sure. That's fine. Meteorite power, 2 kegs. Go ahead and open the first keg. Give an enemy bleeding 2 for 2 turns. Or bleeding for 2 turns. Lock a unit, sure. When it's discarded, summon it. Okay. Damage an enemy by 2. Boost itself by 2. Please explain to me what conspiracy is. Yeah, okay, if there's spying units, sure. Purify an allied unit, gain 2 coins for each status. That's pretty sweet. And then we get our last one. Dryad Matron, at the end of your turn, move self to the rightmost position in this row, then boost the allied unit to the left by 1. Okay. Purify a unit, move self to the ranged row, move self to the melee row, then damage the highest enemy unit by 3. Choose an enemy unit to damage. What is crew? If it's between 2 soldiers. Okay. That seems pretty powerful. We'll just take the card that's good in our deck right now. Sweet. And then this is a Scoia'tael Keg. Moves, damage it by 1. Whenever an allied unit moves, boost it by 1. 5 drop with Harmony. What is Harmony? Boosts health by 1 or the specified amount whenever you play a Scoia'tael whose primary category is unique among all of your units. Okay. Boost an allied unit in your hand by 1. If the unit was already boosted, boost it by 3 instead. That's kind of cool. Allied unit by 2. Heal an allied unit by 4. Patron's Fine, Cat Witcher. At the end of your turn, move self to the other row and damage a random enemy the opposite row by 1. What is Adrenaline 3? Trigger if you have the specified number of fewer cards in your hand. Cards with Adrenaline are highlighted when their effect is stronger. Okay. Sweet. And then a Big Dumb Beast. Order, infuse an allied unit with Harmony. Sure, okay. I just want this Cat Witcher, that seems rad. And very powerful. Okay, I understand. This is where I can get things. Card kegs. What do you... Okay. Cursed Toad Premium Keg. Sure. Ultimate Kegs. Okay, premium kegs cost actual dollars. Neutral kegs. Specific faction kegs. We'll buy a Scoia'tael keg. Don't mind if I do. I will go and open this keg. Damage an enemy unit by 3 if it's the only unit on its row. Weird, but okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Also, welcome to the new friends in chat. Veritas260, welcome. Appreciate your follow. For some reason, my notifications are freaking out right now and not actually showing up on screen, but I do appreciate you being here. Because I see some new names out there in chat, hello, welcome. I'm Adam from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Usually on this channel we play a ton of Magic the Gathering, primarily Eternal formats. This is stuff that goes back all the way to the start of Magic, and they don't rotate. However, I recently had this notion that I wanted to see what it would be like to explore other TCGs from the perspective of someone who is very entrenched in Magic, has played a lot of it, and has not touched a lot of these other TCGs. And I wanted to experience them from the perspective of someone coming in paying $0. So Gwent is the second TCG we have checked on this channel. The first was Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which is actually a pretty solid program. I don't know what I'm in love with the game, but the program itself is solid. And tonight we are checking out Gwent, and I will say that so far I'm impressed. The game seems really, really rad, and the client seems to work pretty smoothly. So, remove a counter whenever you play a special card. Counter 3. When counter reaches 0, boost itself by... That seems pretty cool. What is a special card? Can someone explain to me what a special card is? Damage an enemy unit by 2. Poison an enemy unit. Just does damage over time. Oh, okay. Give an enemy unit bleeding equal the amount of boost on this card. Bonded damage it instead. Sure. So tell me a fight. Okay, you're the one that makes something else. Okay. Move an enemy unit to the leftmost position of its row and damage it by 1. Increase the damage for every 1 card. That seems sick. Cat Witcher Saboteur seems like the one we're looking at right now. Yeah, this Cat Witcher Saboteur seems nuts. Taking that. Sweet. Okay. What in the world do these scraps do? Craft cards to make them prettier through transmutation. Sure. Okay. So for example, let's go to the Scoia'tael deck. Okay. Sure. Again, for anyone who's joining late here, I have never played Gwent before in my life. I don't think I even interacted with it in the Witcher games. So we are just checking this out to see what all we can do. Okay. Okay. I think we're just gonna... So that's basically like dust. We can. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm absolutely down if anybody has some tips. So this is literally my first time playing Gwent literally ever. So if somebody has suggestions for deck building, I'm super down. So I'm literally just learning the entire interface of the Gwent client today. Like, we fired up the Gwent client for the first time about an hour and a half ago. So, right now I'm just kind of checking it out, getting a feel for it, and seeing how things work. And so far, like I said a few minutes ago, I'm pretty impressed. Sure. Choose your faction. Sure. This seems nuts. Just gonna say that outright. Boosts 4 unit. Okay, that also seems insane. Okay. Precision strike. Damage unit by 1. Charge 3. Once all charges are used up, spawn. Sentinel. Okay. Interesting. Oh, you're good. Yeah, so, I mentioned that this is actually my first time playing Gwent, like, ever. We fired up the client for the first time about an hour and a half ago. I am super down to deck build if people have suggestions and ideas. But so far I'm really impressed with the game. Oh, it's super rad. Like, so I kind of touched on this earlier. This is a series I'm starting the channel as someone who is primarily a competitive Magic player. I have heard a lot of good things about a lot of other digital card games clients, but I've never really explored them because I spend a lot of my free time playing Magic or not playing digital TCGs. So I wanted to check some stuff out. Gwent is the second in the series that we've done, and honestly, like, this game seems sweet. The game seems really, really interesting. The client works super well. Everything seems reasonably intuitive. Like, I have to read everything, because I have no idea what I'm doing. But when I read it, it's like, okay, this makes sense. Which is pretty sweet, because I will tell you the first TCG that we looked at on the channel was Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Yeah, it's really neat, because I will say that it does have some similarities to something like Magic. Yeah, so like I do see some similarities to Magic where you're trying to control the board, where you want to manage resources in play. And so like I do see a parallel there, but you go about it in a very different way, which I think is really cool. You're trying to commit your own resources, which can bolster other resources, or can disrupt your opponent's resources, which, like, it's all really rad, and everything, like, the score, if you will, is in play. You're constantly tracking what's going on the battlefield, and everything is constantly moving and changing. And I really think that's super cool. Oh, absolutely, and that's what I think is super rad. I will say that, like, it did take me a quick second. Like, I lost a couple of games in the tutorial not fully understanding the, like, pass mechanic. Because when I think of other games, if I pass the turn, and my opponent does something, they pass it back to me. In Gwent, if you pass, you have passed for that game, full stop. And so like that messed me up a little bit, but I kind of get it now. But yeah, it's definitely about like thinking long term, right? Like how many of these, like sure, I could try to take an overwhelming advantage, but like if I do that, I'm losing resources for the future, and is that worth it? Like we played one of our first live games just outside of the like AI tutorials. We had an opponent who made 25 point unit on turn 1, or on they ended up with a unit that scaled violently out of control and was like 25 points, and I'm like, I can't beat this. Like I could spend the rest of this game trying to claw back and trying to play. It's not worth committing the resources. I would rather just lose this game, go to game 3, and then like that benefited me. I took game 3 like pretty handily, but it was an active call to decide that like this is an unwinnable game. Any amount of resources that I play are wasted. It is not worth continuing. Move on. And that's really weird because like from the perspective of a Magic player, the only resource you ever lose out on by playing more of a game that you're not winning is time. And so like time is something you can make up pretty easily, especially if you're like good at a game, but you can't necessarily make up the lost cards, which is huge. So like a lot of Magic players will concede like out of boredom or whatever. Here it's like actively advantageous to concede from losing positions. You're just like, nope, we're good, game 3. Or nope, we're good, game 2. It like that is really different to me and actually really kind of neat. Like actual time. So in Magic the Gathering, competitive games are timed. So a set of 3 will have 50 minutes, 50, for the entire set of 3. Now, mind you, Magic is also like a ridiculously grindy game with all sorts of nonsense, but they are timed. And it is not uncommon for players, especially if they go to a full 3 games, to go to time. And you can lose or draw by losing that time advantage. Whereas there's nothing like that here. You just don't worry about it. And I love that. Like, it is... Time is not a factor. Yeah. So, and it's weird how it's handled. So, in paper Magic, if you're playing, like, physical tabletop Magic, it is a 50 minutes shared between both players. So, the two of you collectively have 50 minutes to finish your best of 3. In the full-scale online client, Magic the Gathering Online, it is split 25 minutes per player. And so in Magic Online, if you use your 25 minutes and your opponent doesn't, like, you just lose the game. In paper Magic, if you go to time and 50 minutes is up and you can't declare a winner, it's a draw. So it's a really weird dynamic. But anyway, yeah, no, it's really interesting to me because it is not uncommon for Magic players at competitive events to just, like, concede randomly out of, like, boredom or frustration or whatever. Or, like, a particularly, like, savvy player, if they're in a losing position but want to gain more advantage about their opponent's deck, they'll keep playing. Like, they're getting their teeth kicked in, and they're just still going. But in Gwent, it's not advantageous for you to do that. There's no benefit towards committing more resources from a clearly lost position. And I really like that. It's like, let's not waste each other's time here. Like, one of us is winning this game and one of us is not. So that's really kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, so that was kind of why I wanted to do this series on the channel, is because I really love the kind of philosophy behind... Correct, you definitely can. But like, what's really interesting about this to me is that I wanted to see, like, from a Magic player's perspective, what do these card games have to offer, and like, how easy is it to parse a new game? And again, like, the thing that got me was definitely passing, because in Magic, if I pass, eventually it passes back to me, right? Like, it's like ending your turn here, except with Magic there's like infinitely more passing because of the way the game is structured. It's messed up. But in Gwent, if you pass, that pass is for the entire round. Full stop. Yeah, that's fair. I could definitely see that. So, when I'm, see, I don't necessarily love, and I guess maybe it's my play style, but I don't necessarily love, and I guess it really depends on the type of deck you're playing. Excuse me 1 second. So sorry. It's really interesting to see kind of what... It's interesting to see the way that these different archetypes unfold. So, like, in the... So, like, right, like, we were playing the Square starter deck. And, like, I don't think that there is a single hand in that deck where I would pass on turn 1. Like, even in round 2. Like, just wouldn't. Because you can gain a ton of momentum very quickly. But, like, I could definitely see where there are decks where you're just like, yeah, whatever. See, and that makes sense. Like, as someone coming from Magic, I am a control and mid-range player, so I love grindy, super interactive games. That is my bread and butter. We're looking for... You start with 4 points. You start as a 4-point card. This is what I'm after. You're not the one that I want. Okay. See, and that's interesting to know, is that you just want to play, like, the smallest round 3. Sure. See, I'm very much a person where I'm, like, willing to commit every possible resource. And a lot of my game 3s have absolutely gone to, I have nothing left in hand. But I'm also ahead by, like, somewhere between 10 and 15 points. So. Possibly? It definitely could be, from what I have seen so far. Okay. Yeah, I've seen, like, some of the cards that are doing that, and I was really kind of intrigued. Like, I ended up picking up a copy of Catwitcher and a copy of Catwitcher Saboteur out of Kegs earlier. And, like, those really speak to me. Those seem like really cool, intricate cards. Let me go ahead and take the 2 of these. Oh, that's fair. It doesn't necessarily bother me, because I, like... That's fair. I'm used to processing a lot of data on card screens like this very fast, a lot of information, because, like, for example, the Magic Online client is gross looking. It is very, very, very out of date, and it's pretty atrocious. So, like, my brain is used to parsing this kind of information like that. Okay, we got our copies of Dryad Ranger. That seems hot as well. Can I get an adult to explain to me what the 7 here is? Oh, provisions. Sure. Got it. I was like, what is this 7? The answer is provisions. Okay. So I got this, and I like all that so far. It doesn't, but the loadings, one of the loading screens, yeah, so, actually, we can just scrap this for now since I don't really have a game plan in mind. One of the loading screens actually calls out the reward book, so I did start my Scoia'tael tree already, just for the sole purpose that, like, the loading screen called it out. I'm like, you haven't even explained to me what that is yet. But so the minute I got the ability to interact with it, I was like, yeah, like it seems pretty sweet. So, like right now, I have to work my way through a. Oh no, you're just letting me do this. Okay, you've accepted a new quest. Finish 1 match in any online mode. You got it. I think we can do that. Win a match as Nilfgaard. Win 3 matches. Play 30 units. Alright, let's go ahead and just fire one off. Yeah, it doesn't, for whatever reason, the tutorial doesn't actually call it out by name. But I happened to stumble into a loading screen that was just like, hey, remember your reward book? And I'm like, I don't know what that is. We're in the tutorial and you haven't explained that yet. What is the reward book? And luckily enough, like, I saw it almost immediately when I got into the main screen and I was like, okay, well, what's the reward book? Cool. Alright. Okay. Opponent is Nilfgaard. That's unfortunate. How is this hand? His hand looks weak. Oh, that's interesting. This is probably pretty good. We can probably do better than this. I'm gonna go ahead and ship Grovekeeper back. There we go. That's what we were looking for. I think this Geralt is gonna be good. Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me because like I said, the tutorial does not really address the reward book like at all. I only found out about it because, again, lucked my way into a loading screen, and I was like, okay, well, now that you call that out, I think that's something I really need to. So, like, it's kind of weird. Okay, that is not. I'm shocked that you didn't do anything with that. Alright. So basically what I'm really looking for most of the time with this deck is like a turn 1 Hamadryad. This card seems absolutely cracked. I don't think it is full powered provisions. I think that we are looking at the deck earlier. I want to say it was at like 65 or something. So it could be a little light. Or a lot light. I really don't know. The tutorial also doesn't really explain provisions, like, at all. Getting 3 or more power than their provision cost. Oh, okay, sure. This tracks. Sure. Give bleeding 2. Not a thing I particularly care about at this juncture. Can purify, like, that seems nuts. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do that. Yeah, like... It seems like it's fine. Oh, okay. That's very strange. Like, it seems like a totally fine card, but not, like, insane. Okay. Yep. I didn't realize we still had priority. Filling your opponent's deck with bad cards sounds hilarious. Oh, cool. There's the Geralt. Yep. It's the first time I've had that happen to me. Alright, so I think what I want to do is just dumpster this now. And then end. I believe that. And a lot of times that comes down to, like, people just get frustrated playing against stuff like that. Look at units from the top of... Okay. Just gonna slam this Donka. Take points off the table. Oh, neat. That's really cool. I feel like we're going to be able to beat whatever they get. Yeah, also, with that on my radar, I'm just going to hold this Geralt for as long as possible. Well, I feel like it's going to be exceptionally good if they're just, like, trying to make one big idiot. What am I... I'm going to play a little conservatively right now because I don't really know what opponent's working towards. It's also weird to me that opponent has just left this tactical advantage and just... Like, if it were me, I probably would have tried to snowball this game with that, but... Probably? Like, that has to be the play they're going for. It's just really weird. Like, why not try to snowball the game with it? Like, they had a pretty interactive hand from what I can tell. Okay. Sure. Apparently. Deal 2 points here. deploy this. Take points off the table. Okay. Sure. Incinerating trap. I mean, that's, like, inherently fine. Like, I feel like this is a game we're probably going to win. Like, yeah, I don't... Okay, there we go. Like, that was the thing I expected you to do, like, a dozen turns ago, but... Okay. Whenever your opponent plays a unit on their side of the battlefield, lose all armor and damage it by the same amount. Sure. Awkward. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really want to try to take this out with Geralt, but I don't know that it's correct, because this feels like it could be terrifying. Yeah, the heavy cav I think we can beat. I'm just gonna try to take this. That seems like enough of a swing that it's worth it. Okay, so opponent has just passed, they've given up. We'll just take this one. This is a pretty weak start. Okay. Okay. Yikes. Ship that. Yuck. Ship both of these? There we go. That's the vibe we were looking for. Yeah, like, I think we just win this game. Just this. This. Then this can give it vitality as well. We can just keep that train going the entire game. Yeah, like, I think we're okay. So unit reaches 5 armor, move itself to the melee row, barricade. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Try to get this off the table now, before it becomes a problem. Okay. Oh, they have copied my Dryad. Sure. Slam this. Hill 2 here. Yeah. I think this game's actually in pretty good shape. I just don't think they can make use of that Hamadryad like I can. Sure. That's unfortunate. Cool. Well, I'm just thinking about, like, if I'm removing their cards, what do I need to care about? And, like, this card can get out of control, but I don't think that they can make it do that like I can. So I'm just kind of narrating the threat assessment here, and I think that the card I need to deal with is Heavy Cav. Lock an enemy unit. Sure. Unfortunate. One Dryad. Oh. Sure. For some reason, we've apparently lost connection to the server. Yeah, like, I don't think any of the cards in our hand are going to help them. I think we damage and boost. That's fair. I mean, I've seen plenty of games that just, like, have pretty, oh yeah, they just quit. Okay. Sweet. We'll take those. Cool. We took our game. I mean, you do, right? Like, especially because there's, like, an actual, like, legitimate value to doing so. So, I'm into that life. Like, be good to other people, even if they're not necessarily good to you. Like, rage quitting a game, not exactly great, but, you know, whatever. Sweet. Boost units 48 times. Sweet. I don't think that's gonna be that hard for us. Okay. So what does this actually do? Is this just unlocking different... Okay. Sweet. Oh, okay. Understood. Well, cool. There's Melina. So what do you actually do? Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Cool. Okay, so she's part of the whole movement deck. Got it. Well, right on. I think that's going to be it for me for the evening, everyone. We've been in live just shy of 2 hours here. And instead of the start of the stream, unfortunately, I woke up feeling a little rough. So I am going to wrap it up here and try to get some sleep. But I will see everyone again on Saturday. We'll be back playing some Magic. But who knows? Maybe we revisit Gwent. This is pretty sick. Dude, absolutely. Yeah, this was really cool. And feel free to stick around. As I said, my chat's usually pretty chill. It's, we're a pretty tame bunch. I definitely try to keep it that way. So if you ever want to drop by, feel free to join in. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, we're usually live about 3 times a week. So, again, I do appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. A lot of ways you could be spending your Thursday evening. I'm grateful you chose to hang out with me. And I will see you all again Saturday. Cheers, everyone. You have a good night.